Time for ignition. Aboard! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Do we or do we not have a Xanax detector?
Hey, it's the biggest question we could hear through any of these two episodes we're going to be covering tonight here on the Stargate Files. And get those come try us, everybody in chat. I know you're out there. And everybody, come try it. Come try it. Tech Mate Master Skeeter, Tech Mate Master Supreme Commander Thor, and Tech Mate. What is it, General Jack O'Neill, or is it Admiral now and General Carter?
I've lost count. It's something. Supreme Admiral.
Supreme
There we
Admiral.
go.
There we go.
I like it. I like it. Well, thank you both for joining us tonight. Special guest with Jack Two Wells and Carter. So thank you both for joining us tonight. And we haven't had Carter on before. Lady, you want to tell us what got you into Stargate?
Well, I watched the movie when I was a kid. Totally fell in love with it. And it was one of the reasons I was a classical languages major in college.
Nice.
She's a nerd in real life and in the show. What a surprise.
That checks.
And then, true story, when I met Jack, gonna be very careful to use your Jack and not your real name.
I have to go under an alias because I'm undercover trying to thwart Mayborn again. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We met as interns, and he showed me SG-1, and I made him turn it off because I couldn't imagine Dr. Daniel Jackson as anybody else. And it took me a few years to come around. And
Michael Shanks, yeah.
To Michael Shanks. And yeah, I eventually fell in love with Richard Dean Anderson's portrayal of Jack, and that's what kept me on the show.
Oh, that's pretty fair. Pretty fair. I can see that. Because even I can relate to that to a little bit. Like in 94, or when the movie came out, big fan of James Spader as Daniel Jackson. And when I saw the show the first time, it's like, I don't know about this. It's why I had like the worst episode to be introduced to, and it took me a few years and a haircut, and it worked out for me in the end. So
yeah.
Oh man, and Supreme Commander Thor, what you been doing over there, buddy?
Over on my X count, we are going through the Serpent's Lair. We
Nice.
are probably about halfway through, I would say. I don't know. They're doing the subtitles a little bit differently in season 2. I noticed is that they're chopping them up quite a bit more. So I have to take a lot more frames than I used to. So
It was incredibly disappointing that they broke up the shuttle remark into two.
yeah,
That really
Yeah.
upset me. I was really expecting to see this craft. The shuttle is a formidable craft, yes, and in a single frame.
yeah,
Sadly, they didn't do it.
I know. It's. I don't know who was in charge of the subtitles for the deep Blu-rays, but it dropped the ball. But other than that, it's going good.
Right on. Skeeter, what you been up to, brother?
Crying
Oh.
mainly. As you can see, I'm missing a ship.
You
Well,
destroyed the O'Neill already? How
no,
could
no,
you?
no.
We just
The
did that on
blister.
an episode.
This was
Yep.
sadly the Hammond. I named that one. It fell. The hooks broke and it fell. I had the right amount of test or pounds for the string, but the hooks I didn't really investigate. And yeah, it came crashing down, and my wife and I jumped up both, and we're like, "What the hell was that?" And we came run up. She came running upstairs. I was looking in a different room, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't see where it is." And I came walking in. I'm like, "Where's the Hammond?" And I'm like, "Oh crap, there it is on the floor."
At least you didn't
So-
step on it.
Yeah, luckily, it fell in between the filament rack back there and the printing area. So
Yeah, we all know what really took it down. You printed a replicator, which was a really poor move,
Yeah,
and it
I
probably
know
ate
it.
it.
Bad move, bro.
I think it could be that replicator there that could have
It does look like it's moved.
really. But yeah, so I was crying about that. But like I told everybody before, that's not a good piece to show. Getting Atlantis built, still going.
Oh my god.
It's going to take a long time. I just was redoing my math and I realized I shorted myself by half of what I thought I needed for printing filament. So
Half.
forward or more. Yeah. The total print is 22 days, and that's nonstop running. So with times where it'll be done or I'm off to work or sleeping, whatever. So I'm figuring it's going to take like a little over a month, and then it's going to take me a few days to put it together. So
Wow.
yeah, that sucks. Yeah, thank you, Isaac. Yeah, Rick. So, but otherwise, yeah, keeping busy DJing and all that fun junk, and babysitting my granddaughter. So today, she got to watch Stargate with me today while doing
Good
notes.
man.
So,
excellent.
training her young, let her know
You
that the
can't start
documentary
'em.
is real.
You can start them at any age because
Yep.
it's a documentary
Yep.
and it's
Yep.
purely educational. It's like
Mhm.
going to first grade.
That's true.
It's actually
Or
better.
preschool.
Or preschool.
Ours goes
Yeah.
preschool.
So she's going to be 2 months here on the 4th. So,
Oh, new baby.
Nice.
yep. So we're training
Oh,
her
happy
right.
grandpa.
Yeah. So she was liking it. I thought it was funny. I was holding her, and we're watching it, and the whoosh came out of the Stargate in her eyes, and she smiled. The best part was she smiled after it started.
got her.
She was like, "I'm like, yes."
Aw.
Yeah.
Instinctively, kids know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know the truth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just keep
That's
her
true.
away from infinity and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And universe with their very questionable morals about body
And
swapping.
consent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of dug Universe, but they could have done better. But still, yeah, Universe.
They were
That
getting
well,
there.
but Infinity, no.
Yeah,
they were
no.
getting there.
I'd rather have your shore origins, but that's okay.
No, not
Nope.
canon.
Yeah.
Nope. Not unless you ask like David from
Yeah.
Delegate.
Yeah.
I get it though. And last but certainly not least, I asked the first half. Let's ask the other half tonight. Jack, 2 L's, how you been doing, brother?
Good. busy with saving the world consulting in my free time, since more or less retired in my generalship, and training our team of little SG rascals to be prepared for. Actually, some of them have been learning about ancient Egypt.
I
From
know we
Carter.
are doing a Goa'uld youth study.
So we have to go through and teach them about all the things, including things like Abydos is a real place in Egypt, and not on Egypt, in a different planet. So we're doing good, but keeping very busy, keeping them alive and educated.
There we go.
Awesome.
Have they strip a P90 yet?
We gotta get them to it. I feel like we need to get a smaller version so that they can train on that, and then they will get up to a full P90.
We gotta build some more hand strength.
The hand-eye coordination too. Let's make sure they can hit the target. But we will get them trained on that.
We'll
In
print
fact,
'em off.
the last time I took my oldest, I did start her on an MP5, albeit in 22, because it has the collapsible stock. So she's at least starting where SG1 started, which is
Good.
with the MP5.
That's a nice gun to shoot.
It looks fun.
We just need to get it full auto now, eventually.
There you go.
Gotta prepare. Oh, welcome everybody to the chat. M. Campia Ufan, Rick Costa, Isaac, Bill Preston, and everybody else that is tuning in tonight. So thank you all for tuning in. Do us a favor, hit that like button down below. Share and subscribe us out there. Hit that bell notification so you can stay tuned to all of our video content. Every Thursday, Stargate night, we got some fun guests lined up, and it's kicking it off here with Jack teal'c and Carter. So there's nothing really new in the news this week. They did list the pre-orders. We discussed this previously for the reprint on the what is that? The Hammond or the Prometheus?
It's the Prometheus.
The Prometheus and then the Azure and Replicator ship. So I finally put my orders in. So next April, whenever it decides to show up, I will we will talk about that then when they get here. Maybe by then we might be on Atlantis. We'll see. The way we're going.
Yeah.
But that being said, this is as good a time as any to roll right into some of our episodes tonight. I just got to pull up our PDF screen for Divide and Conquer. When a member of SGC tries to kill a Tok'ra, it is revealed that O'Neill and Carter may be victims of an untraceable form of Goa'uld mind control. And they kill a Tok'ra or two. It's just not their intended target. And so I'm going to say, Gateworld, you're pretty okay on your synopsis on this one. Darren, shout out for you. Not bad. Not bad. Don't need to tweak this one. But in this one, we have a very interesting dynamic, and it is the last appearance of Anise Freya, otherwise known as the wonderful actress Vanessa Angel, who we are still trying to work out a schedule with. So fret not, everybody. She is still planning to join us at some point. However, this is her last episode, and we no longer see her ever again. And it is also a final episode for Martouf. Spoiler alert, we lose somebody, and I feel like they did my boy Martouf dirty, to be honest. And go ahead. Thor?
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something there, brother.
Yeah, I was, but I'll hold my tongue for now. We'll talk about it later.
Well, Isaac said it best. Anise needs her own show. Yeah, I said it. Hey, if we get a new Stargate show,
yes,
just saying, she
Bring her
can still
back.
come back. Just saying. But that being said, we all like to talk about what our favorite moments are in this one, and we're going to start with Jack and Carter. What are some of your favorite moments of Divide and Conquer?
You get to go first, Carter. What's your favorite moment from it? We just rewatched it.
Okay, so shout out to Richard Dean Anderson acting, because when he is trying to break through that force shield, sure that so many other wives watching the show see their own husbands in his face, and it just gets to me.
It got the
It
feel
gets to
of Carter.
me. Yes.
Because yes, him angrily trying to break it down to get through there. So she is the very emotional one. Mine personally is him saying Xanax, because I had missed that the last time I'd watched it, and then when it just finishes up that scene by saying, "Would someone tell me if we have that Xanax or the Xanax machine?" And it caught me off guard, and I love that. The little bit of humor that they don't. What's really nice is that they don't have so much humor that it's like the eye-rolling cringiness of Marvel movies, where it's every other phrase has to have one of these stupid little things. They do it nice and subtle, and that makes it so much better.
Yeah, and that's why I made that clip of the Xanax detector earlier, because I'm like, I don't think anybody else is going to do that tonight, and you brought it up, and I put it at the end of our intro, so that was awesome.
It even gave me a chuckle when you did it again. I was like, oh yeah, that's still one of the best parts.
Do we or do we not have a Xanax detector? And everybody's just like, it's a Zatark detector. Oh, Supreme Commander Thor, how about you, brother?
Yeah, no, this episode's pretty good. We find out about a new kind of Goa'uld mind control with the Zatarks. Graham tries to kill the Toker leader, has a neat little palm pistol. That thing was awesome. Just it blasts through two people at a time. That thing really was efficient. I'd be using that all the time. Get out of here with those clumsy staff weapons. That thing.
Don't they use that with the soldier in like season 6 or 7, like the Anubis super soldier? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even that wasn't that powerful. The Goa'uld just need to get their facts straight on their weapons. They create, the Zat, which is like a taser / instant execution device / matter annihilator. And it's like, okay, I don't know how that's a quote less powerful form of energy than the staff weapon, which doesn't instantly kill anyone.
It unlocks boxes too.
Yes, exactly. It also makes boxes disappear too, or unlocks them. It's one or the other, but I guess it's just up to whoever's deciding what the power of the Zat is. And then they introduced this weapon. They introduced this weapon, which literally goes through people like some sort of ancient annihilation weapon, and it's never brought up again. And also it's compact and it's small. And it's like, okay, yeah, let's not ever talk about this weapon again, please.
I know. Like, what if the Ashrak from season 2 had one of these as well? Like imagine the chaos he could have done in the SGC with that thing, and his little palm handheld device as well that he was using to mind wipe everybody. like that guy would have just been a one-man army.
Well, here's a question for you. Do you think this is all from Apophis? Because they don't specify who's sending all this around. Could this be that first breadcrumb of Anubis?
It's a fair point. I was just expecting someone to have, because this goes on 2 fingers, right?
Nope, it was one ring.
Just one. Okay, so theoretically someone could have 8 of these on their hand. And firing all of them, just like, imagine putting your fingers out across a room and just completely vaporizing everything in front of you by holding out your 8 fingers. It's like,
today's the day I quit my job.
I know, like these Goa'uld are so clever with their weapons, and yet at the same time they can't think of like, yo, what if we just get like 8 of these and just blast an entire room? It's like, can we? That's exactly what we should be doing.
I think the humans would have done that if they had found 8 of them. I'm pretty sure somebody at the SGC would have been like, I'm throwing these all on at the same time.
Actually, we would put it on Siler's fingers because we don't know what would happen. And obviously he's the person that just needs to take the blast if it, overloads.
Yeah.
Well, with his giant wrench, he could deflect it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right.
No, I was just thinking, imagine 8 fingers of those, and then they throw on some rave music. Just like,
feel like the movie Cube or Resident Evil, where the laser grid goes across
Oh.
and starts slicing and dicing everybody.
No, Last Starfighter.
Oh yeah, the Death Blossom.
Death Blossom.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Look
good
at
idea.
Ooh.
Yeah, we shouldn't have had that thing that was just killing the super soldiers. We should have had, this laser pointer that, just disintegrates anything,
Hmm.
blast through it.
Yeah.
No kidding. Oh my god.
And they got the one off Mark II too, because he didn't
Yeah.
blow up. He tried
Hmm.
to trigger it, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
the
Carter grabbed it from
SGC
him.
has one of these.
Yeah, but
Like,
Carter had to shoot him.
Well, since
Yeah.
we didn't see it again, I guarantee you Mayborn stole it.
Yeah.
there, yeah,
Probably.
Mhm.
Well, we're about to see his sorry button next
I know.
week.
I can't wait for that episode. That's such a good one.
Watergate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Terrible
Oh yeah,
name
where he
for an
barfs
episode.
up
But
alien
whatever.
life. Yeah,
Hey, Mayborn's in it. It's a good episode.
it is a good episode.
And I think
All
we get Walter back next week
Yeah.
too.
think so.
Yeah, we've had
Maybe.
the B rate and C rate gate dialers.
Mhm.
It's been
Yeah.
very disappointing.
Yeah, both this week, or both the episodes this week, no Walter.
Yeah.
But
It was Bill
Yes.
Nikolai this time as technician.
Mhm. Still,
We see like the same rotation of 3. It's like, man, are we on like night shift duty or are we on day shift? Where are we
Yeah.
at time wise and during the days sometimes?
yeah. We
Although
also
in the
get
next episode, we do get a very understanding of time because everybody's eating breakfast every time the time loop resets.
it's 8:00 or 7. I don't know what time they eat breakfast in the SGC. Probably pretty early. Because those
7
guys, yeah, they're
Right.
always there. Yeah.
Skeeter, you got some favorite moments?
Yeah, quite a few. This was a great episode. We see Graham blow up at the beginning. I didn't get a chance to find out who that was. I was kind of busy on babysitting duty. So, you got pretty much the same photo I had there again. We see Anissa and Martouf come back. That was good to see them back on the show. We learned about the Zaytark programming from the Gould. Then Jax suspects the Tok'ra are at it again. He mentions that. Here we go again. Or the Tok'ra are at it again. He knew something was up. They weren't getting the full truth. Now, as soon as you're done with your slides there, I'll pop mine on.
Go right ahead.
All right. So we get the Satark.
You're going for the
detecting
sexy
device.
poses, it looks like.
Yeah.
It just happens, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
at least we know
devices-
she's not hiding that gun somewhere.
No.
If she is,
Hiding
she's very
anything.
clever at hiding that gun.
Yeah. So the device looks pretty cool, for detecting it. I thought it was a pretty cool looking machine itself. Then we meet Lieutenant Astor, who's played by Lauren K. Robeck. She's also known in the movie Cat and Dogs, The Watchers, and Edge of 17. We see that she is Zartek. And when she's about to shoot herself, why didn't you jump out there, Jack, and grab her arm and the gun and before she shot herself? Mr. O'Neill with 2 L's.
Maybe not my best moment.
So yeah. We see Jack practicing his yo-yo skills when he's locked up. So this is when they're talking about, who they are and what they're playing in. There's Martouf.
I just let me go. Okay, now.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Cover
Then we got
Carter's
this
eyes.
scene.
Fake news. He's
Carter
about to
cover
blow.
eyes. Yeah, Freya kind of dives in and kisses Jack. Plug your ears, Carter. Several
just once.
times.
But twice.
Several times.
Yeah.
You lucky bastard. You. Martooth shares his feelings for Carter. Then we see Daniel in this scene just before the president comes in, and he's showing his badge ID. Why? These guards know exactly who he is, why he's there. Why is he showing his ID?
Hey,
Yeah, I thought
it's
that was
also
weird
part of the
too.
movie
Oh.
too. He's got to
Yeah.
show his badge every time he walks in and out of the room with the Tartuffe.
Yeah, his research room. I do like the way that they kind of make it seem like Jackson is maybe
Yeah.
the Zaytart, because
Mhm.
he's like distracted. He's not really paying attention to anybody. He's watching other things,
Mhm.
and you almost think for a minute could be him.
Yeah. And why is the president always late? Every episode, the president is late.
Well, they
Every
also
one.
never actually show him on the screen
no they
Until
never do.
season
7.
until you have until
Yep.
season
Henry
7 of the American
Hayes.
show, which
Yep.
just makes me think that they're trying to obfuscate when the documentary actually happened. So
I
we don't know
believe so,
exactly
too.
who the president
plausible
was.
deniability.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yep.
That's
You
why
might think it's
wormhole
Bill
is
Clinton
clean.
because it's in the 90s, but you never know because the Stargate program from the CIA started in the 70s. So who knows?
Yeah, late 60s, early 70s. Yep. So, but yeah, then we got sadly Martooth. Why they picked him? That just killed me.
It was a great twist.
It was a
I gotta
great-
admit, first time I watched it, I'm like, wait, what? This the one person
But-
you didn't test? Like, come on.
But it reminded me of an episode we watched earlier where we saw somebody else that we liked get, shafted.
To be fair,
So-
I think the actor was jumping into some movie roles
Yeah.
and they did not know when they would be able to reschedule him. So it's like,
Mhm.
we'll just kind of kill him off here.
Yeah.
Also, I think a brief aside here, this really shows it off, is I don't understand what the Tokra's military dress costume is, because you have Martooth and the others who look like hobos off the street. And then
True.
you've got the supreme person who kind of looks like a monk. And then, of course, you have a niece who just came from the strip club. And it's like, what is technically the uniform code here between between everyone? I don't understand it. It's probably why after 1,000 years they didn't defeat the Gould, and we did it in 10 years
Mhm.
or 7 or whatever it might have been.
yeah,
It
less
was-
than.
Total defeat after 10, yeah.
I thought a lot of the Tok'ra outfits were from the Yeezy collection. So before it was released to the public.
I thought it was Ross Dress for Less,
Is
honestly.
that hobo
Ah, yeah.
chic or something?
Yeah. something.
But you notice how it's like rags, and they're all different
Yeah.
colors, and some of them are just like different color. It's just weird.
Mhm.
I know with Anise, they were probably trying to find like something sexy. Like she literally changed her outfit over the course of 3 episodes, like no less than like 5 times. It
Yep,
felt like.
and everybody else wore the same thing.
And everything. Yeah. I granted she was more the researcher than the scientist, but they never like broke down scientists swear this, like trying to do the Star Trek thing.
Mhm.
Like, okay,
and I
so
just-
Martooth is clearly like espionage sort of thing, but they never delineate or define any of that. So it's like, what are we doing here?
I feel like having a niece dress so provocatively too kind of undermines the Tokra's whole moral superiority bit that they like to do.
Mhm.
Yeah. It almost plays a little more like a Gua'uld who's like, I'm gonna flaunt my power, my arrogance, and my
Yeah, like
sexuality.
Hathor,
Yeah.
who is my favorite Gould. I love her. She's so fun.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole getting a pit in my stomach, but great
Yeah,
otherwise.
being
Great,
turned into a
awesome.
Jaffa. That kind of puts it down.
Yeah, that
Half the
wasn't
Korean,
fun.
I mean now.
That's right. They did say that, Rick. She comes from a very open
And
planet, apparently.
Oh yeah, the host does, yes.
Freya comes from a very open planet. Our feelings are open; they don't hide them.
Well, and we're talking about like, in this show with Jack, and I snapped this picture earlier. I'm like, eyes up here.
Yeah.
Well, wait, maybe you don't want eyes anywhere because Richard is looking down. It's like, bro, eyes up here.
Can't blame them. Can't blame them.
Well, it's also the subtle hints like that his character is somewhat attracted to Freya. It's just there's a lot of like, I don't know about this, because there is that pullback. And I do like that resistance on it's not that I'm not attracted to you, but you got a snake in your head, and there's other things going on right now. This is not the best time. But like his line on I'm about to blow, and how she understood that to be, oh, because you might be a Zaytark, and us as the audience, and the little nod of the head from Jack was just like, that's not what he meant. But that's what made that scene even funnier, was her thinking, oh, it's because you might be a Zaytark. And he's more like, no, something else might explode here if you keep this shit up. So that's some there's a lot of good in this episode. I enjoy the overall plot twists. I like the story in this one. All the characters have something to do in this episode. Granted, the Tok'ra take the forefront, and we finally get the realization on the feelings between Carter and Jack. And it's as far as they can ever go in their show, is like, well, until the next episode.
Yes.
But that's as far as they could really go because of rank and the military and everything. And the military signed off on it saying, yeah, this is A-okay. It's like one of the few things they never really had an issue with is like, I have feelings. I care about her more than I should admit to. More than I should admit to. And she had to have said the same damn thing, and we only needed one of them to admit it in the scene. And it's like, I think we all knew it, but it was nice to get that little confirmation for the audience and for the show, and for it to be able to evolve further beyond that going forward. Like, they can't hook up, but there's always going to be that little, they care about each other.
Yeah, and it's nice too that Carter implies that they have talked about it.
Yeah,
because she says like, you know, that thing that we can't talk about. So
and he's like,
mutual
that.
Yeah, yeah,
that's super fun. All right, well, that's some good stuff. Let's talk about some favorite lines, everybody. It's that time of the episodes to do that. And who wants to go first? Jack Carter, do you have some favorite lines?
I've already listed quite a few of them. It's I mean, the Xanax machine still is just like the single best line that makes me laugh every time. Even when you showed it, it's just comes out of nowhere and is the best.
Do we or do we not have a Xanax detector?
Because what's also fun about that clip is immediately after that, it cuts to a completely different scene. So that's what I think it actually might even cut to the intro scene.
It jumps to a wormhole.
Yeah, exactly. It jumps out of it. It's like perfectly timed, subtle comedic edge, which makes the show fun in that way. Because you got to remember that this is an episode that goes from funny to then grief, if you care about it. And then
he looks exactly like my ex-boyfriend from high school, so no, we do not care about Archie.
Yeah, so he gets it's fine. And then you get to the realization between Jack and Carter, and it's like it goes all over the place, but it doesn't feel schizophrenic, which is nice because, like I said, I detest Marvel movies with their quippiness because they're so bad at it. They're just like all over the place, and it's jarring. Whereas this is a nice evolution. So all the lines just fit really well, despite the fact that it's got a lot of different emotional angles to it.
Very good.
And my favorite line is when Jack is like, "But you have a snake in your head."
It's a non-negotiable in my book.
Oh, and did we? I had to run up and grab the baby real quick. Did we talk about Anis's voice?
Yeah,
in
being
this
normal.
episode? Because I don't feel like. I don't remember her other episodes very well, but I don't feel like in this one that her voice between her host body and her Tok'ra self, that it was differentiated enough.
They didn't really change
They
Yeah.
didn't really do the Anise
No,
voice.
it was just Freya mainly.
Doesn't that seem a
Yeah,
little
so it's-
sus?
It was very suspicious, yes,
Mhm.
and confusing.
Maybe she was his HR too. You don't know.
Well, further confused by the admission of Anise would have to suffer if I was going to be
Yeah.
with you, and then they tell Daniel later, like, well, the snake likes you, and he's like, really? Yeah, this kind of like weird, like, I'm kind of interested. Like, no, don't do it, Daniel. I almost had to update the Daniel finds love counter for this episode.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, that doesn't really count. But
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
count.
close.
That's why I didn't do it.
yeah.
And let's see. Supreme Commander Thor. Do you have some favorite lines?
I do. Were you able to use all my clips that I uploaded?
I just uploaded them. I don't know what you
Okay. All right. No problem.
Well, for this
Uh,
episode, you only have like the 3 anyway.
Yes. Yeah. So this one, I saved most of my clips for the next episode, obviously.
I saw.
So for the clip 1,
Well, this is fun. Who's next?
SG1.
we get
Simpsons.
the Homer reference.
He has
I
a
think this is
doe.
the third one now.
There's a doe in the very next episode too, so I feel like
Yep.
it's just in a groove.
Yeah, it started towards the end of the last season, I think. They
at the
started
very end. Yep.
Yeah, they started getting away from the Wizard of Oz references and started going towards Simpsons more.
Simpsons loved Richard Dean Anderson and MacGyver.
Yeah, they did. Clip 2.
Let's see. Clip 2.
Can you talk to General Hammond about getting me retested? I mean, there must
Us.
be. What?
Us retested. Apparently, I'm one of those Zark things, too. I'm across.
Zark.
Zark thing. And clip 3 is a nice one between Jack and Daniel.
Apparently, the snake likes you.
Really? Yep, I think these are the Jack O'Neill moments I would probably miss the most. What? What?
Well, I guess I have to delete my clip because
Uh,
that was one of my
More
that's-
foretelling of me not listening to Daniel, which happens
Yeah.
in the very next episode way
Yep.
too many times.
Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about the next one.
Yeah,
Let's
the next
see.
episode is why because we have co-op tomorrow morning. I'm sacrificing sleep so we can do the next episode.
Awesome. Now, is there anything that we don't like out of this episode? And I'm going to start with Skeeter on this one because I'm kind of curious. Like, if you, of all people, what you got for things you may or may not have liked about this one.
it's the same answer as before. Not enough Nessa Angel in this. She, this is her last
This was a
episode.
Vanessa heavy episode too.
I know it's never enough of her. She's such a lovely person. Like we were saying at the beginning of the show, she will be on. She's just been busy with Comic-Cons and a couple other things, and I'm waiting for her to settle on a time so we could actually.
She really wanted on with this.
Yeah, she did, but she's just at Comic-Con now or coming back from it, and she couldn't make it. So I was like, darn. But I told her, Jeff and I agree we're going to make a special episode that we'll throw on sometime in the week.
And
after-
we appreciate having
Yeah.
great guests with Jack and Carter coming on.
Yes,
So that was
amazing.
double
Happy to hear
awesome when
that.
I threw that out there, and Carter was like, we'll do it. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, when you told me that Jack with 2 L's was coming back on, I'm like, great. The source of the documentary, we could get true answers. So
That's right.
He blew my mind the last time he was on with the whole
oh
park
yeah,
and everything.
that was funny. You didn't know about that, and I didn't.
I didn't.
The
It still blows
iceberg
my
goes
mind.
deep. I'm glad you're being indoctrinated with the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only other thing I didn't like about this was we never touch on this again, really. And it was like a great idea that just fizzled out. So
Well, it feels like the Tok'ra is just basically hitting like the background going forward, because when we see the Tok'ra coming up, it's
Mhm.
mostly going to be Jacob.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, we do
Which
not
is
see
great.
much of them otherwise, except for like next season when I think we see Sebastian Spence show up in one of their last episodes before they totally get kicked the hell out. Or is that season 6?
one of the other.
Somewhere around there. Like, eventually we get sick of their ass, and it's like, all right, you go do your thing. We got it from here.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I
know
think,
Supreme Commander Thor. Yeah.
yeah, I think in season 8 is when the Jaffa and the Tok'ra and the Tauri all kind of split off and do their own thing.
Season
Mhm.
8? Damn.
I think it's season
I'm
8.
off.
Yeah. Anywho,
But
all I had.
No, go ahead, Dave.
yeah, for things I didn't like, the only things were no Walter, and why the heck was Martouf never tested?
Well, as the audience, they assume we were to assume he was already tested.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, but when Carter brings it up, was Martouf ever tested? And then
everybody's looking
everybody's
around
like,
oh wait,
oh, maybe no. I don't think he was.
fell through
It's
the
like,
cracks.
yeah. And I was fine with them writing him out of the show. I didn't really care for the character too much. Just more complications for Carter that just needed to be swept away, I think, going forward. That was just my opinion. He did fine as Martouf, the actor, but I just didn't like the character that much.
J.R. Bourne. I think he
Exactly.
was
Nothing a 9
doing like
millimeter
the
can take care of.
13th Ghost or something.
Yeah, that's right.
That was about this time, and I think like that was about. I might be getting some more movie roles. I need to be freed up for
Mhm.
jumping off. It was probably a good time to wrap up that love story with Carter, because she's about to find some other loves very shortly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Bleh.
Mm.
And Jack 2Ls and Carter, was there anything about this one that you guys didn't like?
I mean, memory holding that gun of excellence that I would love to strap to my P90. That was not nice. Now realizing that they never brought it up again.
Mhm.
No Walter, agree with that. And I don't like regulations. They shouldn't exist. That would make things a lot easier.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
funner.
Yes. But if you get a time loop, you can solve that.
There you go.
Absolutely. Oh man, Carter,
And
did you have? Oh,
yeah, I take a bit of an issue with like after the end of their interviews when Jack admits to having feelings for her. I didn't like how immediately Carter says, "Sir, this never has to leave the room." Because one of the things I love about her character is that she always allows herself to feel her emotions, and she stays in her feminine quite a bit. And it seemed uncharacteristically masculine of her to immediately be like, let's shut this down and move on.
True.
But
I think that might have been more just to ensure like nobody else is aware of the situation rather than trying to. So I get both sides of that. So I do agree with you in some respects, but it also is like Teal'c and Janet were like, yeah, we kind of knew about this. And Daniel
You
was like,
know.
yeah, I kind of know about this too. Like it's hard not to notice that kind of affection and attention towards one another.
And you know, Frasier's going to be like, "Hey, you want some juicy gossip? You didn't hear this from me." And
Oh my
Teal
God.
would just be like casual conversation.
One would
Yeah.
hope this is patient Doctor Confidential.
Confidential.
Yeah, confident. And then Teal'c would
Not a HIPAA violation.
He's not a
Come on.
gossiper.
That's
Teal'c
not a
would just
HIPAA
go,
violation
things happened.
because-
Indeed. That's it.
Teal'c is very much the, unless you ask me specifically, I'm not providing you any information, as we've seen through the last 3 seasons. You did not ask.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
in a time travel episode, isn't he entrusted to not reveal
An
anything?
ending, yeah.
Oh,
The finale.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite finale.
Oh, that don't even get me started. Anybody that I recommend this series to, I tell them to skip the last episode and go straight to the movies.
Mhm.
It's
You're not-
it's not quite as bad as Dexter's finale, but I do understand the feeling of it.
Mhm.
there's parts I like about it. There's a lot I do not like about Unending. Like, it
I
should.
mean, one could fully just say that you stop at the end of season 7, and then you go into Atlantis, and that's what you're doing next, and then you just kind of not.
It's
I mean,
true.
you would miss some things in Atlantis, but you actually wouldn't miss that much.
Yeah, season 8 was was interesting, but the way season 7 ended was the appropriate way to end SG1 in a broad sense on that note.
Well,
I
they
like
were
Mobius.
always up in the air though, right up until season 10, whether or not they were getting another season after season 5. They were guaranteed 5 seasons.
Mhm.
With
After the-
Showtime, yep.
Yeah, it was Showtime, and then after that, they found out like late in the season that they were always going to get another season, and like Joseph was like, I've watched his interviews with Dial the Gate. He has like 16 of them on there, and he said like season 10 they had a good feeling we're coming back for season 11, and of course that's the season that they all thought they were coming back, and that's the season that they get canceled on. It's like,
Mhm.
Go figure.
I know.
Well, at least they wrapped up the storyline with the Arc of Truth, but
Mhm.
oh man.
Yeah, no, the movies were good, and they actually did really well, and we were supposed to get a third one.
And then
I do
MGM
find
started
interesting.
tanking.
I find it interesting that the final movie was supposed to be revealing the existence of the Stargate program to the public.
Yeah.
And that never happened.
Uh-huh.
Kind of meta,
That's
isn't
right.
it? That
Yeah.
you don't get the movie revealing it, and then nothing else happens.
Well,
Little on the nose there.
Brad did say, like, with his idea for coming back, was the idea is that first episode, the public is widely known and aware of the Stargate program. Like, that was going to be in one of his immediate things is we're public. End of
So then
story.
we'll know when Stargate comes back, when Trump finally tweets out that the Stargate program is real. Because the moment that happens, then we'll know that Amazon or whatever is going to renew it for another season.
Well, if he's got the power to fire some jackasses on late night shows, he's got the power to hire and get Amazon to give us a proper Stargate sequel with Brad Wright. Make it happen, Trump. Make it happen. What would you guys score this one? Jack and Carter, let's start with you.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
That's tough. I oscillate between 8 and 9. What about you?
I don't. This is just really not one of my favorites.
That's okay. You could score
through seven.
whatever
I
you
get it.
want.
Denise was way too
No,
revealing, and she kissed
No,
me.
I
get
feel
it.
very
get it.
much like Lucille Bluth. That whore.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see here. And Skeeter.
Yeah, I like this episode a lot, but it's not super great. I mean, they could have made it a little bit better. I have to go with a 9. I do really like it, but 9's what it's going to get. So, and yes, let's make Stargate great again.
It's the best show. It's a great show.
It's already great. We just need to make it again and great.
great again. Yeah.
And now with the Expanse writers and showrunners, come on,
No,
let's
never.
not do that.
No.
I like the Expanse, but wrong.
I like the
crew to handle that.
sci-fi Expanse. The Amazon Expanse was bloated
It got
and
weird.
slow,
Yeah.
and they wasted so much time in the books that were not the enjoyable ones. Because the
And the last
books-
season was terrible.
Yeah, no, they just they teased something that was way cooler, and then they just completely dropped the ball.
Supreme Commander Thor, what is your score?
I will give this one an 8.5.
Right on. I'm gonna fall like right in the middle on that. I'm gonna go 8.5 as well. I float between 8 and 9. I do think the story's pretty good, but they did my boy Martouf dirty, and there's no Walter. And this is the last time we see Anise / Freya with Vanessa Angel, as opposed to the other. I think she was signed for about like 6 episodes total, and she ended up having a baby too, and they never brought her back. So unfortunately, it's like, well, we didn't get to complete an arc there, and there was something interesting there, and we could have at least had her a little bit more at some point. But I think 8.5 is a pretty fair score on that one. And the fan rating on Gateworld is a 6.15.
Ooh, we're all
We're
high.
not alone. Okay.
Which
This
is
seemed quite
that's-
low.
That's a little rough. I don't know. I'd go that low. I mean, it's not Emancipation. It's not Unending.
No, I know it's not as good as Emancipation.
It's not 100 days.
Everybody's got
These
an episode
Mongolians,
like-
man, come on.
But the Gateworld rating is 3 stars out of 4, which is about 75%. So that's still pretty reasonable on that one. And on that note, we're going to pivot on over to our next episode, the one you all showed up for, Window of Opportunity. And with this one, oh no, it's refreshing. Come on, Gateworld. All right. O'Neill and Teal'c are caught in a time loop in the SGC and must relive the same 10 hours over and over and over again. This is basically the Groundhog episode for Stargate. A lot of sci-fi shows have attempted to do these sort of like reliving and going over certain periods of time over and over again. This is the only one that has ever been awesome, in my opinion. And I love this episode. So spoiler alert, I'm not docking any points. This is when we get to scoring, it's already a 10. I'm not screwing around on this.
Well, long ago when I did I attempted to redo it again. I don't think we finished it, but I did an entire bracket of every single episode and pulled Twitter for it. And of course, the number one of number ones was Window of Opportunity. It won season 4. It won overall. Not really a surprise. It even beat Ergo, which shocked me because Ergo is everyone's stupid fan favorite. And
I love Ergo.
Kept spoiling the bracket. That's what
I know.
I had to like mandate it not win, and then I got like second place and it lost by 2 votes. And of course, all the people are very upset that Ergo didn't win. But, no, this is like this is the overall number 1 on Gateworld because I remember I had to seed all of the episodes. It's the number 1 on IMDb. It's the number 1 in Gateworld. It's the number 1 fan rating. It's literally the number 1 universally across SG1 for all the seasons.
Yep. And written by Joseph Malozzi and Paul Moley. So, and we will be having Joseph on future episodes. So he was interested in this one, but scheduling with with Vanessa kind of put things in a little tailspin. But that being said, like, this is a freaking awesome episode and directed by Peter DeLuise. It's got the right amount of comedy, right amount of everything to it. And let's just get right to it. What are some of the things we like most about this one? Supreme Commander Thor, let's kick off with you.
All of it? No. Yeah, no, like everything was excellent. The writing was excellent, the acting was excellent, the special effects were excellent. Like, I love that matte painting for the planet that they're going to, like the background. That was really nice. I I did notice they reused the solar flare though from 1969 in this one, but I will forgive that. Not a problem. But yeah, that backdrop is spectacular.
It's like something out of God of War, like a video
Yeah.
game. I'm like, yes, let's go. This is gorgeous.
Yeah. And this is my son's favorite episode. His second one is the one that introduces the Call Warriors, the super soldiers. He loves the super soldiers.
Okay.
But no, this one he'll watch like 3 times in a row some days. Just laughing his head off. So they head to a planet to study the sun that's doing all kinds of weird, funky things with geomagnetic whatever.
Coronal.
Yeah, coronal mass ejections or whatever. We'll have to get Carter to explain exactly what's going on. But
they involve magnets.
Magnets, yes. And Daniel finds walls and walls of ancient texts. He's right there in his element, doing rubbings and taking pictures. And they meet Malachi, an alien archaeologist who is also studying the ruins at the same time when they show up. And there's a big stone table with all these buttons that you can push down. And they bring that back at the end of season 8, the table. But so it's like a ancient supercomputer, I would guess. Some sort of, you can probably program it to do all kinds of things, but Malachi is mainly interested in the time looping.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the exact same thing that activates the replicator destroyer.
Yeah, it's at the Dakara. It's basically that the machine programmed that beam weapon at Dakara to seed the galaxy. I think that's what they used it for originally.
Yep.
And then so a beam zaps Tilk and Jack and Malachi, and Jack wakes up eating Fruit Loops. And a cool anecdote here is that the network didn't want to use Fruit Loops. And the cast and the writers and the crew and everything, they had to fight to get Fruit Loops. Time loops. It's like, come on, get with the program on what we're trying to do here. Let's use Fruit Loops. The network's like, why not Cheerios? They're round. It's like, no, it's the name.
Oh, I had a realization watching the episode this evening as we were prepping about the Fruit Loops. So I was thinking to myself, why would an adult man be eating Fruit Loops?
Why not?
I eat Fruit Loops.
And I thought it might be to remind him of his son that he lost. Like maybe it's something that he does every once in a while to remind him of his son, but then he gets stuck in this time loop. And so then another layer of the agony of reliving the day is that every single morning he's reminded of his son's favorite cereal.
Which then at the end he uses...
His dead son does come up at the very end.
And that's what helps break the time loop. And then at the very end, he changes it up and is eating...
Oatmeal. Yes.
Which is kind of the reverse of Fruit Loops.
Like the most adult breakfast.
Yeah. As a kid, I hated oatmeal. I would have much rather had Fruit Loops. Oh, sorry, my voice is going all kinds of wonky there. And then, so Jack and Tilk have to go through many loops where they eventually learn Ancient and then forget it after this episode. But, good job learning it for one. And then they eventually break through, and there's just like the comedy, the golfing scene, Novice Latin by Joseph Malozzi. He's reading the book.
Yep.
Skeeter's got a picture for that one.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just all these little Easter eggs hidden throughout the episode. Latin for the novice, yeah.
Mhm.
Joseph, PhD. Oh, good stuff. And, yeah, and like it's funny, but at the end, it's got real heart. There's a real person that's lost somebody that's hurting, and he wants to see her again, but then they eventually convince him that
Right.
no, that would just be too painful to live that over and over again. And you're also affecting 12 other worlds with your time loop, like
Which
millions
he
of
did not
people's,
know.
which he did not know as well, I think, which also helped convince him of that there's millions of people that are being forced to relive a day and not get out of it. They're not getting ahead in their lives. It's always resetting.
Didn't they
So
say it was what, like 3 months? This
The
apparently.
Tokar better
no,
get
it
3
was
months.
it was
This
3
was
months
with the
from
world.
when
Yeah.
3 months from when the Toker noticed.
Yeah. but
Who knows how long it was before the Toker noticed that anything was
Mhm.
wrong.
Oh my
So
god.
I would think it was probably at least 6 months, maybe,
Mhm.
because
Well, if it's a 10-hour loop, that's at least 2 per day.
Yeah.
yeah,
God.
And then for them to learn ancient language slowly.
yeah,
And just one, all that one wall. That's it.
yeah. He said there was like 400 pages of it that they would
Mhm.
have to learn. So who knows how many pages they? I mean, I guess it probably would have gotten easier as time went on, as
Mhm.
they remembered more and more and were taught more and more. But still, it would have taken a while. But I will let somebody else go because I keep talking about it. And
Not a problem.
I think someone else needs a turn.
Jack and Carter, you got some favorite moments about this one?
Well, Carter had the smart one, and she noticed that too when we were watching the episode.
That was really good.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the well placed humor. I also appreciate, speaking as Jack, that in some of the episodes they talk about how he plays dumb, not actually dumb. And what I think comes through is play dumb throughout the episode, and then when you've got a minute to convince a guy to not keep going through with the loop, you make really cogent, perfect points that breaks through to him, and he's able to disable it. And that's the element of intelligence there that it fits with the character, fits with what we're talking about there. And it's just nice to see, because it's the best episodes are ones that can have the nice humorous moments, and then when you need to hit the feels hard, you can do it, and you do it effectively without wasting time. Because the part that I continue to love when rewatching Stargate is that every episode, unless it's a two-parter, is 43 minutes. And it never feels too long. But when you watch new shows and they don't have the commercial restrictions, they're throwing slop up there for 85 minutes, and you feel every minute of it. And you're like, why do we even need this 10-minute scene? You could have made this 3 minutes and so much more efficient. So I actually miss the efficiencies imposed by having commercial breaks and a fixed 60-minute time slot, because it produces really good episodes like Divide and Conquer and Window of Opportunity, which have to be efficient with the story. And it really came through in this one, because even though it was the Groundhog Day episode and you're reliving all these things, it's so well paced. And again, you don't feel it being long at all. You finish and you're like, oh, that was awesome, let's watch another one. And it's so easy to do that.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That's well said. Like the whole construction of the episode starts off a little bit interesting. Hey, this is a neat idea. Then the loop starts, and it goes from quirky, and it slowly increases the quirkiness to the comical to the. So what are you guys gonna do? Have you guys, like, without any consequences for what could happen? Is there anything you would do? And they both are like, wait.
What's surprising is how late in the episode that happens.
I
Because I was
know.
watching the timer. They don't get to the second loop until 11 minutes in.
Right.
So they're 25% of the way through the episode, and you haven't even gotten to the second loop. And when that was happening, it's like, wait a second. First of all, it didn't feel like 11 minutes. But
Right.
at the same time, you're like, wait, we have to go through all of this other stuff. And yet it doesn't ever feel rushed, even though you literally go from one time loop in 10 minutes, a second one
Bingo.
takes like 5 minutes, and then you somehow go through another 214 minimum.
Yep.
Because that's what it is. If it's 3 months, 10 hours, it's at least 216 loops that you went through. And you kind of just go through all of that and you reach the end and you still have the poignant moment. So it's just, I can't say enough, especially like, and it's not just Window of Opportunity, even though I think it's like the most well executed one. Just all the episodes. There's no fluff. It's just a wonderful 43 minutes. And that's why when I first watched Stargate, not embarrassed to say that I think I went through all 10 seasons in 3 months, because you can just do it and go quick.
Yeah, the last time I rewatched it, I think I burned through them like 2. I was off of work at the time, and I'm like, oh, just put this on the back. I just burned right the hell through the whole damn thing. I'm like, this is good. And that's also when I also ripped all the DVDs to my hard drive, because there was no Blu-ray in sight at any moment. So it was good. Let's see. And Skeeter, you got some good?
Yeah. The whole episode was good. Like Jack was saying about how long they're in the loops. Now, we're just assuming, because it's hard to say with the timeline, because we know the Toker's been trying to reach him for the last 3 months. But how many of these time loops did they not show on here, because maybe they're like, we're just sitting this one out.
Well, the whole pottery thing, you can't learn pottery like that freaking quick. There ain't no, it's like the ancient language.
I'm kind of thinking this took almost a year for them. Because 400 pages, they're doing a couple words a day, maybe 3-4 words a day. But, I'm thinking this took a year, because Jack even said early on, he's like, I lost count. And it's like, well, how long have you been doing this now that you've been struggling?
Well, and Teal'c is Captain Patience, and the fact that he's getting frustrated is like, oh.
Yeah. Well, especially with that thermometer.
Oh man, he was gonna shove that up that nurses.
Yeah. There. So, but
you're not the only one that must suffer some discomfort.
Yeah, you would have figured that Teal'c would be the one that'd be like, it has been 768 iterations, O'Neill.
He probably stopped counting too.
Yeah,
I think
it
was
was
just
really
insane
long.
he was going.
But he also had the best realization from when every time the loop resets, what happens?
Yeah.
You got Jack, who has to deal with a question from Daniel, and he never remembers the question. And you got Teal'c, who keeps getting hit in the freaking head with a freaking door.
You want to play clip 6?
Let's see here. Clips.
Every time we loop, Daniel asks me a question, and I wasn't listening the first time.
You're not the only one who must endure some discomfort, O'Neill.
Sorry, sir. I didn't realize you were there.
You have said that on many occasions. Perhaps next time I will not be so forgiving.
He just shoves it through the door next time.
Well, and it's also a little tease too, because him saying like, maybe next time I won't be so nice. That's the first sprinkle of, oh, we're gonna get to a point where some bad things are gonna happen.
If it was modern day, they would show Teal'c literally like ripping his head off at one point. Like just
it would be well within my rights to dismember you.
Yeah, exactly. Where he just like throws him in the closet, locks the door, and like tosses a Jaffa grenade in there.
There you go.
We meet Malachi, played by Robin Mosley. He's been in Elf, The X-Files, The Lone Gunman, Two for the Money, Sanctuary, Reaper, and other roles on Stargate. So it's just small roles. This is his biggest role on the show.
He was good. I enjoyed it.
No, he did a really good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's Reimer in Morpheus. That's right.
Yep. So, then we see Daniel gets knocked out as soon as he figures out the device. Malachi just like, yeah, you know too much. Down you go. That's when we
Daniel
see.
shot.
Yeah, that's when we see this happening to the Stargate, which was really cool effect, I think. But the best part is we see it flip over to the SGC, and that I love that effect. The lightning racing around the gate, that was so cool, and it was an unknown error.
Well, even Hammond was like, "What the hell is happening? I don't know, sir."
Yeah. Then Teal'c and Jack try to stop Malachi, and they get zapped into it.
I love this. This is when they start really getting
Yeah.
fun
When
with
I
their
saw
little
this,
Easter eggs.
I didn't realize it the first couple of times I watched it, but I know
Me neither.
this episode, this time around, I was like, "Oh crap! Yeah, that's the Raider. We're gonna have him." You know, it's like, oh, yeah, that's funny. They put his name on the book. Also, when they first started looping, Sam tests Jack's ability to predict what she says when she comes up, and when they're in the lunchroom, and she's waiting for him to say what she's going to say, and then he realizes, oh yeah, possibly we are time traveling, you know, and not in, you know. That's when she gives him that hint. I thought that was funny. He didn't think he was just thinking he was having deja vu nonstop. Yeah. Then we got when the time loop starts taking off a lot, where they're doing all the different scenes. We see Jack and Teal'c learn how to juggle while trying to help Daniel.
That's great. Joseph has clips on Twitter showing him doing that in B-roll footage.
And is this the face of a crazy man? Yep, Jack making the ketchup and mustard smiley face. That was good. Does this look like the face of a crazy man?
Three fries short of a Happy Meal. Whack out.
And then when they realize, after Daniel tells them about, you know, you can do anything without consequences. And yeah, we see Jack learns pottery. He rides a bike through the hallways. He goes golfing with Teal'c, which I did not know Teal'c knew how to golf. Or this goes back to my how long they've been doing it. Did Teal'c learn how to golf? Because they showed two different scenes of this golfing. One where Teal'c was going, and then all of a sudden Jack goes, and that's when he gets hollered at. What are you doing? So,
well, the first scene they
don't
both
holler at me.
Teal'c does first, and then Jack switches, and then the next scene Jack's going for again, and he gets interrupted in the middle of his backswing.
Backswing, yep.
In the middle of my backswing.
We won't draw attention to the fact that Teal'c hit it basically straight down the fairway, and I sliced it, which is also realistic to real life.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack is just kind of hooks it.
Yeah, that's not coming out this other Stargate.
Yeah, the slice was bad. It's why I never actually hit with a driver.
Yeah, then we got where he hands in his resignation, starts making out with Carter.
Who wouldn't?
They got a shot of our house.
But the way she wrapped her arm around him just before the scene ended, like she was really getting into it.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Well, fun backstory fact. Our relationship also started with a surprise kiss, very much like this.
Aww.
It was not a time loop, so it was kind of, I gotta nail this one or else I'm screwed.
Yeah, I don't get any do-overs.
You get one chance, man.
Yeah.
What I think about this particular picture, though, is Hammond's look on his face like,
oh. Yeah, it's so good.
But yeah, Rick's got a good one here. I would have died if someone showed up getting hit with golf ball. I thought
that might have been a little too.
I thought it'd been funnier if, like, further missions, someone comes back. Yeah, we found a title list on the planet.
I just imagine it's some primitive culture, and a golf ball comes flying through. It hits someone and kills them. They pick it up and they say Callaway, and they say, "Our God is angry with us. Our God's name is Callaway 4."
Probably sponsored by Callaway Golf.
Then Jack mentioned about how, you know, Jack explains to Malachi, you can't go back to see your wife. I've been through it with my son. Which, yeah, it's true. But at the same time, how many times did Charlie come back to the show?
Never again, though.
So yeah. And then Sam says the Tok'ra that Tok'ra have been trying to get a hold of him for 3 months, but who knows how long they've been in the loop. Yeah, that's where I'm thinking it had to have been over a year. So,
Because who knows how often the Tok'ra would actually talk to them. It could be
yeah.
months in between talking to everybody.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Could have been, yeah, because what if Anise was supposed to try to get a hold of them? She's like, oh, they're not answering. I got to go do other stuff.
Now,
Well,
one
and
thing is
Jacob's
that
gallivanting around, so
if
Yeah.
because they say it's in a space-time bubble and it's repeating, which if you're trying to dial into it, yeah, okay, there's a
Mhm.
problem. But what if you're taking a ship and you're trying to go to Earth?
Ooh,
My question is what happens?
ooh.
Because one would think that if you're taking a ship and you get in and you're in the middle of the time jump, it goes backwards. You were never there, but you came from outside the time loop. So here's the thing. If
What if you
that's
keep-
true,
Yeah.
if that's true, then why not stay in the loop? Because technically you're invulnerable.
True.
Oh, well, that's
So if a ship did come into the area where the time bubble is, yeah. If they're, can you imagine if it takes them 10 hours and they just got into it and they get just about to Earth and gone back to the beginning?
Think of it this way. You could basically use it as they destroyed Earth thing. You activate it.
Yeah.
It connects to
Yeah.
Earth. It resets and clears everything out. And then you get a do-over.
Mm-hmm. True.
I don't know why we didn't do this. That seems like a hack. Carter, why
time
didn't you
dilation
think of
device like we use on the replicators later on.
Mm-hmm.
But it backfires because we over evolved them.
Yeah. That's all I had, though.
All right. Yeah, it's there's so much to like about this episode. Like, just the way it's put together, the way it's written. It's utterly clever, and they save all the really comical stuff for basically like a 5-minute stretch. It's nice, tight, compact, and it ends on an emotional punch that's already been brought up earlier by Jack and Carter. Like, I love how they set that up, and I think it's utterly fantastic. So, did I lose everybody?
No. I'm here. What?
Hello?
I think you just zoomed into yourself.
Yeah, you just zoomed into yourself. Yeah.
I'm not even touching my mouse until now. Weird. StreamYard acting funny.
Yeah, we just lost Rumble, I saw too. So.
Oh, well, that might have had something to do with that then. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can. Oh, weird. Yeah, we lost Rumble. So sorry, anybody tuning in on Rumble. That's completely random. But love all the fun stuff in this one. We don't see Siler a whole lot. Do we see Siler in this one? I don't.
Yeah, he hits Daniel.
He's the
clumsy he runs
fool
into
who keeps
Daniel
running
with the
Daniel.
papers. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
No Walter. So there's going to be some slight bumps, but I'm not taking any points off for no Walter. It would have been funny to see Walter and see something that he had to deal with, or even, I mean, we got Doc Frazier. That was funny.
Did Walter?
Can
Do
you
you
see
think
in
Walter
my-
dialed the gate for them to play golf?
Yeah, I wondered
That would have been good.
I could see bullying him and being like, "No, trust us.
Mm-hmm.
Salmon totally said this was fine. It's part of it's our
Mm.
R&R time."
It only costs $1 million to fire up the game.
It's a drop in the bucket.
I know.
Please, $10,000 for a hammer, $25,000 for a toilet seat. They can afford it.
Nothing's better than the something really dates the show is when they're throwing around it costs $7 billion. I'm like, lol, okay. Like that's what we send to
other countries.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like that's what we're sending to Ukraine every like 22 seconds. Mm-hmm. So it seems like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah. But I gotta say, probably my favorite scene has to be this scene where we finally get a little bit of a payoff, and it's the appropriate way to handle it. Like, here's my resignation. Yeah. I'm kissing Carter, and then it follows it up immediately with the big old grin and smile. I love it. I made a meme about it like 5 years ago. Just like smile makes people wonder what you're really up to. And so I think it's fantastic. And I just wish there was a little bit more with teal'c, because they were all shared scenes. We never got to see teal'c do something individually other than kind of nail the guy who kept slamming the door in his face.
Yep.
But there is a good time to talk about some favorite lines. This episode is highly, highly quotable. Let's see here. Jack and Carter, do you have some favorite lines out of this one?
Oh, there are a lot to choose from. This is the face of a crazy man with the deadpan stare over to teal'c is up there. I love the reoccurrence of saying something and then going, bad example, and then just moving on, because that was another.
I wrote that down. He says it like 3 times.
Yeah, it's 3 times he says through it. And I mean, like
magnets.
Yeah, magnets. Just magnets. I believe in magnetism. Sure, close enough. Yeah, I feel like every 5 minutes you got at least one line.
Yeah. Carter, do you have any?
Teal'c saying, just in his understated way, "You are not the only one who suffers." He's literally getting hit in the face every 10 hours.
Nice.
Also, Jack's little oops every time Daniel gets run over.
He was getting an odd satisfaction out of that. Then he's like, you know what? We're just going to meet in your office.
Yeah, you're safer here.
I do appreciate how, because that must have happened in the pre-time loop. Because on the first time loop, knew it was coming, let it happen. Second time loop, knew it was coming, let it happen. And only after a couple of time loops, it's like, okay, fine, I'll save him the trouble, because we actually have to get out of this.
Well, that actually brings up a very good question. Like, so if that happened, Daniel was only going to him with like research about how to stop the time loop. What was he doing the first time? Was he doing something else entirely, or is this something that only just started because they started messing with the time loop? Because on the first time it restarts, it's like, yep, right about now. So on the first revisit of the time loop, Jack knew it was coming, and it's like, or did he know that this is? It kind of made me wonder a little bit. Like, so what was the first time around like? Was Daniel bringing something else to him?
I think he was probably. I think the reincorporation is that he was really excited about all the writing on the wall, because you see that at the very start with him obsessively looking at it and the hint, nudge, nudge. Oh, the geomagnetic storm's coming. You better get out of here. And Daniel's just like completely oblivious and just keeps talking about, oh, look at this cool text. And of course, he gets zatted for his troubles because he wasn't listening.
And SG-15 did bring photos of the wall back. So that's what got Daniel excited about going there, because he wanted to see them in person.
And Jack, you understood this language for like all of 2 days. And
it's a lot to learn. Carter should have been the one to learn Latin, not me.
He wasn't stuck in the loop.
Sorry, Scooter, did we stop you halfway?
For what?
Mines? Or were we
No, I didn't even get to that. I didn't even hear me. But this whole episode is horrible. That I didn't even write anything down, because I would have been writing everything down. I was starting to, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. This whole episode is horrible. So
not bad.
That's what
I have one, and I don't know if Thor's got it, but I like on one of the first couple of loops. This might be the first one, but Jack and teal'c are just trying to they're doing I know how this works. It's the geomagnetical storm and everything, and Carter's just like, gee, I wonder how you learned all this.
There you go. How would I know that?
Maybe you read my report.
Maybe he read your report?
Yeah, I had that one.
I missed that one. It's one of my favorite lines.
Yeah, maybe he read your report.
and Michael just going a little like extra quirky with it, with like, maybe he read your report. There was a little.
Think about that.
I do love
Yeah.
how Stargate almost aligns with real life that we have here, because there was a funny encounter since the little ones are all homeschooled, and typically I'm working and not necessarily reading, and so I think it was our second oldest at one point. Carter suggested that I read to her, and she said, "Daddy doesn't know how to read." It just sounds very familiar. It just reminded me of that when it's like, "Oh yeah, you don't read the report." I'm like, "Yeah, that actually sounds about right."
You could explain why she thought you.
Because
I
usually don't read in front of her.
Yeah, you don't read them books.
Because it's usually something you do with them.
That's what I do, and you're just on your computer all the time.
Yes. So of course, if you're not seen reading a book, of course I don't know how to read. Just like I would never read a report.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rick's got a good one. Like then Teal'c's like, "I told you, shut up." Nope.
I told you it would not work.
Maybe he read your report. Oh, that one is that's one of my favorite ones.
It's one that sticks with me throughout all these years. That's the one I remember the most. It just first time I ever saw this episode, that one left me in stitches. For like, it's one of those laughing fits that just doesn't stop, and I had to like rewind the episode and start all over again when I finally watched the whole episode. Recording off of Showtime and no commercials. We got spoiled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, I used to do that. VHS record them when they're out live.
That's what I did, and then all the DVDs started coming out. I'm like, okay, well, I'll get season 1 and just re-record like 2 through 4 while it was on Showtime and on repeats. Then I'd finally watch them in the proper order. I'd be like, all right, here we go. Supreme Commander Thor, you have a few clips.
We've done 2 of them, so that cuts it down a little bit. Clip 1 is Fruit Loops.
Anyway, I'm sorry, but that just happens to be how I feel about it. What do you think?
What?
The beginning always makes me laugh.
I always wondered what the question would be. Like, what was the question? And they've never answered that, I don't think.
When we get Joseph on, we're gonna have to like not kidnap him or something and not let him go until he answers this.
You can tell us off channel, off the record.
Clip 2, weren't we somewhere else?
Weren't we just somewhere else?
Where?
Some planet.
When?
Just now.
No.
Sure?
Yeah.
I just like
love
the back and forth.
And the sound. The score is fantastic on this.
The music is on point. That's one thing my son always points out to me too when he watches this. He's like, they did a really good job on the music, Dad. Yeah, they did do a really good job on the music because the music cues fit each scene. Number 4.
I ask you, what could possibly be in my eye that would explain this?
This the sigh.
Yep. It's so
and you notice in other loops too, he's always trying to take it out to talk, and they always keep putting it back in the background.
Yep. It's like, I think it's the second or the third loop. He just takes it out immediately, and then they just drop it right back in his mouth, and like 10 seconds later.
Yeah. Clip 5 is when he's wondering how hard could it be to learn Latin.
Look, if you guys are the only ones with memories of previous loops, then you're going to have to help me by learning and remembering.
Fine. How hard can it be?
I almost wonder if that was impromptu.
I kind of wondered too.
How hard can it be? And Shanks is just like,
Turn
just
the
turned it
page
around, and it
around.
was really the right way to begin with.
Clip 7.
Well, there, Colonel. I assume you were successful. Well, General, you know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Love that one.
That one always cracks me up. And clip 8 is a referral to something that happened earlier in there. If you could do anything.
Anything without worrying about consequences.
You know, it's funny. You've asked me that before.
And?
Yep. Then he did that. That's what he's thinking about.
Yeah. That scene where he asks him the first time is one of my favorite scenes in all of Stargate. Just the way it's acted, even the sound effects, like when he's leaning in the chair and it squeaks, like when he leans forward, like he's leaning back in the chair and then all of a sudden he realizes, hey, I can't do anything. And as he's leaning forward, even the chair squeaks. And it's like it just everything, it lines up, like the sound, the music, the dialogue, the acting, like just it's almost perfect. I would have loved to have clipped that scene, but it's like a minute long. So
I know. I thought about doing that too, and I'm like, little too long for our shows, but
yeah.
Oh man, such good dialogue, such good quippiness and snarkiness. I love shows that got a sense of humor like this. Like, not all the time is it intentional. Sometimes it is, and when it is, they actually do a very good job with writing or allowing the actors to improvise a little bit on the spot. So, and I don't even feel like asking if there's anything you guys didn't like, but we're gonna do it anyway. That's part of our show. The only thing I'd say is no Walter.
It's the only thing I got.
Skeeter.
There's nothing wrong with this episode. You know, I mean, yeah, it'd be cool if Walter was in there, but really, it was more about just Jack and Teal'c.
Yep. Jack and Carter.
Yeah, I don't really
It's perfect.
Yeah, I don't see any major problems. It's all just like I said, excellently paced, really well done. Like you can't really ask for a better version of the documentary as this one.
Right on. And I got nothing. So other than no Walter. So we're gonna get into scores and we're gonna wrap it up tonight, everybody. So Jack and Carter, we know you are on a little bit of a time clock. We don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. But if you want to give us your scores.
Yeah, 10.
11.
There you go.
Hey, our first 11.
Break the scoring mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily
Like
10.
the timer.
Any nitpicks are just that nitpicks. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right. Skeeter, how about you?
I also, this will be the second time I'm giving an 11 rating. This is like beyond perfect. Well done, well written, well acted. The sound score was perfect too. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And I see Blind Richie's also giving it a 10 out of 10. Thanks for joining us, Blind Richie.
Right on. And Supreme Commander Thor.
10.
And
yeah,
I'm going for 10 as well. And let's see. Fan rating on Gate World's 9.60. I think this is the highest I've seen on Gate World. Like,
I want to talk to the 0.4 that are.
Yeah, right. Oh my god. Yeah, but the Gate World rating from Darren is a 4 out of 4 stars. So
there we go.
It's right on up there with like some of the best science fiction episodes out there of any TV shows. And I'm looking forward to next week where we are going to be talking about Watergate and the first ones. We're going to finally see some Unases again. So, and on that note, I think it's a good time to wrap up. Jack and Carter, if you want to share your Twitter handles and how you guys like to troll everybody on the X-Web.
Well, I am at Jack2L O'Neill, and it's continuing to document the documentary and just make sure we send out as much Stargate SG-1 propaganda as humanly possible, because even though it's a older show, it still clearly has life, because I love just how much everyone loves talking about it and retweeting it. It's just amazing to see how many people respond to my stupid memes.
They're not stupid, they're accurate.
Exactly.
And
There you
they're
go.
incredibly creative.
Well,
yes.
Thank you. I'm glad that I don't feel like paid to say that, but I appreciate that too.
No, it's you're
And Carter, do you want to share where you are at on X?
Yeah, sorry, I had to
you
look up
actually
what my handle
spearheaded coming on.
I created it for her when she was. I tried to finally convince her to get on X, and she didn't really get on it for a little while. But I created it, so that's why she doesn't know what it is. But she's been successful there.
Okay, so it's CPT Carter SG-1.
Captain.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't fit any more than that. That's as long as I could get it.
That's so true. And Supreme Commander Thor, you're another X-Light warrior. What do you got going on next? And where can people find you there?
I am on every Stargate frame in order on X. We are going through the Serpent's Lair. And we still might be going through more Serpent's Lair next week, too. Who knows? But
there you go, Ski.
We are about just past the midway point, I would say.
Right on. And special shout out to everybody for every SGA frame.
Yeah.
Yes. Give him a follow as well. He's putting out some quality frames too.
I'm glad he finally got past the first episode.
Yeah, well, he's not past the first episode, but I mean,
there.
John has a life. He's not like me. I don't really have a life, so
What's a life?
I have more time to dedicate to it. So John actually has a life. So sometimes he has to like let it run long, but now he's like been editing out some of the extra frames, and
there you go.
It's really flowing good now. So he's doing a great job.
Yeah, it took a while for Atlantis to rise. I think it was like a 4-day rising.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's cutting some of them down.
And Skeeter, how about you?
Here on the Sons and Shadows Networks every Thursday for the Stargate Files. You can also find me on X under Skeeter Stargate Files, Facebook and Instagram, the Stargate Files, and make sure to check out our pages and all the other episodes on the Sons and Shadows Network. Every now and then you can catch me on Saturday night. I'll be more frequently on there again after October.
Right on. Yep. So what we got is Saturdays, our Deadwire live stream. We do horror, science fiction, pop culture news, hosted by Kev Smith. Not that Kevin Smith, our Kev Smith. And every Tuesday is 0 Point movie review nights. We're in the middle of doing some Evil Dead coming up. We just did A Nightmare on Elm Street. And December is going to be a little more science fiction based. So it'll be a little more interesting then. Thursdays are Stargates. And tomorrow on Friday, we are going to be doing Ash vs. Evil Dead on our canceled TV show videos that we like to do. So tune in for that tomorrow. And on that note, thank you everybody for tuning in. We had big viewers tonight, the best viewers.
Yeah,
we had over 90 watch us tonight. And
nice.
So please hit that like button down below. Love seeing it. Love seeing the chat going crazy. And y'all have a good night. We'll see you all next time.
Good try,
everyone.
Come try, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Stop by anytime. In fact, I'll take you fishing. I'd love to do that. There's this lake in northern Minnesota where the bass grow that big. Well,
Don't call us. We'll call you.
We better get out of here.
no, really?
No, really.
You will go. Right. You'll go.
Think it gets showtime?